Oh, yeah. I like just woke up, but that's okay because we're going to talk about pinch harmonics. Hey, my name is Dean Lamb and I play in the technical death metal band Archspire, and I am looking rough right now. I want to talk about pinch harmonics today because pinch harmonics are fucking so sick. If you do play guitar and you do know what they are, but you find them difficult to do, or you maybe have some questions about them, let's try to answer those today. We'll do our best anyway. First off, what are they? Anytime we have like a vibrating frequency, so like let's take like an open string. So we have like E there, and you can hear the what's called like the fundamental. Inside of that fundamental, there's actually a bunch of other pitches going on. They're called harmonics. They're not as important, and there's actually like an order of harmonic importance going on. It's a pretty fancy term. That's why I made the big bucks teaching. I know terms like that. So when we hit this fundamental, we hear these other partials, these harmonics inside of the fundamental. We can isolate those, and you've probably done this before when you were tuning your guitar. You do this kind of trick. Cool. So what are those things? You're basically taking this open string here, and you're muting the fundamental. You're just letting this harmonic shine through. So you can hear it, actually. You can try to imagine this note here, this guy here. Okay, get that in your head, right? Can you hear it inside of this note? It's like real quiet. Let's try a different one. Here's a bit better one. So there's an octave up of this original note. There's a bunch of them. They're kind of like all over the place. Honestly, I think it's like kind of infinitely divisible. Infinitely divisible. Anyway, there's an order of harmonic importance basically tells you which ones are more important than others. So which ones you might hear clearer. And I think it goes fundamental, octave, fifth, octave, third, something, 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 something. And it keeps going until you can't really hear them anymore. So you can see all this stuff on this side of the 12th fret, right? So we do the octave here, you can do an octave here, a fifth there, there's a bunch of thirds there, there's probably a fourth somewhere around here. You can do all that stuff on this side of the 12th fret as well, and that's what pinch harmonics are. I'm going to show you my favorite technique, basically the way that I've always gotten pinch harmonics. And I'll see if I can show this camera here. Here's my fucking pick there, bud. Oh boy, can't focus. This is how I get a pinch harmonic, just like that. See how much like extra flesh I have sticking out from the pick here? This is where I hit the string, right on that pad, right in the like real exposed part of my thumb. So that's where I hit the harmonic area there. Actually, another fancy word, I actually supinate my wrist a little bit to get that really clear. So, a lot of people use different techniques to get pinch harmonics. I know that I used to jam with a dude like a long time ago who would take his finger and he would do some crazy shit like that. I don't know why he did that. A lot of people use the knuckle of their thumb as well. I don't resonate well with it. What I like to do is increase the chance of me actually hitting the pinch harmonic, because holy shit, like it is one of the most inconsistent techniques that I find really in guitar playing, at least in electric guitar playing. I struggled many years to even get half of the amount of pinch harmonics that I want to do, and now live I try to challenge myself and try to add more and more. It probably sounds annoying, but I really like it. So yeah, so now that we kind of know what pinch harmonics are, I'm going to show you what the left hand looks like. I'll show you what my pinch harmonics sound like, and kind of my favorite techniques. Oh my god, my fingers are going to be brutal after this. Just so much bending and vibrato. It wasn't just this one moment. Like I warmed up and I did a lot of that. Getting a really sick sounding pinch harmonic is all about the vibe that you're going for. If you want a real quick boop, those are cool. I love those. I love putting those in riffs. I also love the slow rhythmic vibrato. You can do double notes. So this is me putting in a very quick boop. It's like the shape of the pinch harmonic is it goes up and then stops at the top point. So it doesn't go boo. It doesn't go back down at the end. I love that sound. I love this. It just punches through, it like cuts through the mix like crazy. But if you watch my right hand, you can see that my right hand sort of supinates. It comes out like that a little bit. Like the wrist twists a little bit. That just helps me get a bit more thumb skin onto the string. So it improves my chances of actually getting a pinch harmonic. I think that maybe subconsciously or like I have muscle memory as to kind of where it should be roughly. But honestly, like I mess around with it and see if I can get different sounds. Sometimes if I play it once and then the next time I'll try to move the pinch harmonic up. And if I want to move the pitch of it up, then I'll bring it back towards the bridge. Now, one of the things about doing that is it makes it more difficult and narrows the space at which you're actually able to get a pinch harmonic, so it makes it tougher. Yeah, it's a technique that I just like I love so much. It's very fun to add it into riffs that don't actually have them, and then just try to experiment with making things sound a bit more off the cuff, which is probably an annoying part of my guitar playing for non-guitar players. If you listen to me play and then I start adding these annoying boop boop all over the place, like yeah, it probably is annoying. But yeah, I just love adding it to riffs. And you also, I find that getting pinch harmonics at lower strings versus higher strings, remember about the G string is about the highest that I would ever go. But oh my god, when you nail a G string pinch harmonic, it rips, dude. It sounds so good. Oh, you can't beat that. Dude, come on. If you pair it with a real sick, slow, rhythmic vibrato, something that's very in time with the music, it just rips so hard. It's like one of my favorite techniques. If you find yourself struggling with pinch harmonics, which I think a lot of people do, they find that they only get them half the time or even less than half the time, maximize the amount of chance that you have to actually get them by using more thumb skin. Ugh, I hate saying thumb skin, dude. If you can supinate your wrist and get your wrist out a little bit and just like twist it enough so that you can actually just get more chance of you actually hitting it, that would be very helpful. Also, just understanding what the fuck they are. So now that we maybe have a bit of an idea of what they are, really just taking the fundamental, or sorry, taking a string, muting the fundamental, and then allowing just one of the harmonics to shine through. That really is just all harmonic is. It's just dividing the string up into smaller sections than the note that you're playing. So if you have an open string, you divide it in half. And now you're getting basically these two sections vibrating. If you divide into thirds, you get a fifth. So this is roughly a third of the string, I think. No, that's a fifth. Another octave in the quarters. So you're basically dividing the fundamental into different sections or different portions. So guitar playing is messy. There's a lot of stuff going on that maybe you don't consciously notice, but if you can isolate some of the cooler concepts like harmonics and you become able to control them and really put that in your playing, I think that you're going to benefit from it if you like the sound of it. If you don't, ignore this video. Leave me a hateful comment. Thanks so much. See you next time.